Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to what is going to be episode 3 of our Family Dynamics Challenge. I have been doing a little bit of gameplay off camera, not too much because I obviously want to do bulk of the storyline with you guys. I want you guys to sort of have influence over, help me make choices for Addison, and I just really want you guys to be a big part of the playthrough and the challenge. And as you can see in the top left hand corner here, it is actually a love day, so we are actually going to get Addison to go on a cute little date. I did press record a little bit after the cute little pop-up box from Lou that came up asking if she would like to go on a date, so I apologize for that, but it did happen. I promise. I'm not just making things up. So basically, like I said, I have been doing a little bit of gameplay off camera. And in her little relationships bar down here, you will see that she's good friends with Lou now. So when we left off of episode 2, and throughout my little gameplay, I have just been sending Lou some little texts and things like that. We had him over, we had a bit of a chat, we hung out. But then I did also introduce the sim that I made for the purposes of this challenge. So this is my little friend here. This is Axel Munson. So yes, naturally we have Addison Harrington. So we had to have a Munson, and I didn't want to call him Eddie because Eddie is the only Eddie. So I wanted to include a Munson in this challenge as well. So this is Axel Munson. And I did make him for the purposes of including him in this challenge and thinking that he would be Addison's love interest. So while I was off camera, I did introduce them to each other, and basically what happened was Addison went out with her friends Wolfgang and FaZe, who I basically, in my mind, I see that she maybe went to school with the two of them when she was younger, and she did live in Brindleton Bay. Although at the same time, because her parents did move around quite a lot, I imagine that they didn't go to school together for too long, but they did form quite a bond, and they have kept in touch over the years. And now that she's of course back in Brindleton Bay, they are making the most of things and they are hanging out whenever they can. So having had so much fun at their last little karaoke challenge, they decided that it might be nice to go out to a karaoke bar. But they went to a karaoke bar basically, and Axel was at the karaoke bar as well. And him and Addison had a little bit of a chat. They introduced themselves to one another. And pretty much once they came home, she went to sleep. She woke up the next morning and Axel sent her an SMS to ask if she wanted to go out to a dog pepper park. So she did. They hung out, they had some food, and that's sort of where they are here. So as of right now, we have 2 potential love interests. We have Lou Howell, who is of course part of the Werewolves pack, and we have Axel Munson. She does find both of them attractive. Her relationship with each of them is basically the same. I figured that this episode we would try to explore both of those relationship dynamics, because obviously I do want to get into this challenge. Part of that means that she does have to marry at some point. They do have to have 3 to 4 children. And of course, we then have to do our career. We have to do our gardening. So there's a lot to get into. So I figured that the sooner I explore the relationship side of things, the better. And I figured that it would be perfect to go ahead and actually explore the relationship dynamic on Love Day. I don't know that we're going to get to go on a date with both of them, so we will play it by ear and see what happens. But if we don't get to go on a date on Love Day with both Axel and Lou, I'll have her go on a date the following day with whomever it is that we don't get around to, which in this case will probably be Axel. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to get her up to have some coffee and some breakfast. We might have a fruit salad this morning just as something different. We need to clean up this mess over here. Girl, what you been doing? And then instead of going on her morning walk today, because it is Love Day, like I said, Lou did message her. So we're just going to pretend that she has decided to go up and meet Lou once she's had her breakfast, had a shower, all of that sort of thing, and then they will go on their little date. Anywho, we are going to pretend that Lou has come to pick Addison up for her date. So she has just drunk some tap water. Okay. Anyway, she's good to go. So she's going to come in and she's going to invite him over. Oh, she's going to invite him in rather, not over, because he's already here. She's like, hey Lou, I'm ready for our date. Where are we off to today? And he's like, well, listen, I've got this really cool spot in mind and I think you'll really, really like it. But you're going to have to make sure you bring your bathers. And make sure you bring your sun lotion because it is going to get hot where we are about to go. And then Addison's all right, like, okay, let me just quickly get dressed and then we can be on our way. So then she's going to come on over here and we're going to put her, I think I gave her, yeah, let's put her hot weather wear on. It's not super hot, but I mean, I know where they're headed. So I want to make sure that she's appropriately dressed. And then just to make sure we don't lose our little friend, we're going to go ahead and we're going to select travel from here. And we're just going to pretend that little old Lou has done this. He's invited her, he's come to pick her up, and now they are going to get on their way and head over to his secret date destination. Okay, here we are. So we have arrived at the tropical water park. This lot is so incredibly beautiful. I actually got it from a creator that I found on Tumblr. It is just like, look at this. This is incredible. She's like, oh my God, Lou, this is amazing. What is this place? So here we are on the date. So at the moment, the two of them are just sitting down. They're waiting for the vendor to open so that they can grab some lunch. They've just been hanging out, exploring the tropical water park. And Addison's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's actually go for a swim. Or you know what? Better yet, let's go and ride on the slip and slide. She's like, you know what? People say this is a kid's ride, but you know what? I'm actually going to enjoy it anyway. I don't know where did Lou go? Is he coming? Hello, Lou. Oh, he's slowly, I think he's coming over. So I'm thinking that maybe he's come over and he's like, you know what? Rather than slip and slide, why don't we go and float around in the lazy river? And Addison's like, yep, give me a second. I've just got to send this text to my friends. They're just checking up on me, see what I'm up to for Love Day. But yes, that would be great. Let's go ahead and do that. Like, look how pretty this is. Like, look at this little section. Oh, it's so beautiful. The little waterfall, like, perfection. So Addison's just, oh, Lou's already in there. Hello, where's Addison? Really? She jumped in on the opposite side. Are we gonna like at least meet in the middle or something? Hello? I don't want them to actually listen. What we want you to do is have a bit of fun. So let's like share some Love Day spirit. Let's have a bit of a splash. Let's have a bit of a flirtatious moment. Let's ask about his day and how he's been doing. Brighten his day a little and just have a wonderful time swimming and splashing around. I think is he doing laps? Like, what is he trying to prove? That he's like the best swimmer in Oasis Springs right now? But look at the scenery. Like, this is so pretty. Finally, she's like, come on. She's like, we're here on a date. You invited me on this date and you're just going to keep swimming laps? Like, what are you doing? Can we like hang around and like chill now? If they chat here, will he get out of the water? Finally. The Spice Festival is in oh, he didn't. What is happening here? He didn't like that, whatever is happening. Let me take a cute little screenshot of them. I don't know if this episode is going to be longer than the others because I feel like because they're getting to know each other, it might be a little bit longer. And she's like, you know what? This has been a really great day. You know, this place is really cool. We should come here more often. Everything is just beautiful. And I feel like I'm getting the most beautiful tan. It's definitely not like the pool at home. So thank you for bringing me here. And he's like, you know what? That's cool. I thought you might like it here. I know that the first time we met, we kind of hung out in your pool. And I figured that, you know, we both had a lot of fun. So why not hang out together in the pool, the local pool. And just, I don't know, let's have a great time. And she's like, yeah. Excuse me? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, but what does it mean that Lou's trying to steal her money? Like, literally, we were talking about this in the last episode, about how people are only befriending her and being friends with her to try and take advantage of the fact that she does come from money and that her family is well off. And now Lou, like instantly, their relationship has gone from okay, they were happy, they were having a great old time, and now it's like bright red. Like, what in the world is happening? Look at this. Look at this. And she's like, listen here, bro, you are not stealing my money. This is not happening. I'm just going to tell you right now, we can be the greatest of great friends, and I am not going to be giving you any of my money. With that said though, I think it's probably time that I head on out because I was having a great time and now you're telling me that you want to take my money. So I don't think that we should keep hanging out right now. I need to go home and I need to understand what's just happened. Okay, so she's just hopped out of the pool. She's going to give Wolfgang and FaZe a quick call and just be like, listen guys, you will not believe what just happened on this date. I will totally fill you guys in this weekend when we catch up for karaoke night. But for now, you know what? I think I'm going to go and grab some dinner. I might give Axel a call. You know what? It's love day. I mean, worst case, we go and we hang out as friends. But honestly, nothing right now could go worse than what just happened. Funny, can you believe he tried to steal my money? Anyway, okay, so we've just arrived at Rattlesnake Bar. So when Addison called Axel, she was like, look, I'm in Oasis Springs. I'm down at the Tropical Water Park. If you wanted to, I'm just going to go and grab a bite to eat at the Rattlesnake. So let's go and do that. And he willingly obliged. He's like, look, I don't really have anything else better to do. So absolutely. I mean, we both need to eat dinner. So why not go and grab some dinner together? So I'm going to have them... They're having a little chat, getting to know each other. I'm going to have them go ahead and sit at the bar. Okay, so she's going to order food in just a second. But at the moment, she's out there and she was just telling Axel about the fight she had with Lou. And Axel's like, yeah, I don't really know much about Lou. I mean, I've heard a few things about him, but I don't really know him. So I'm not really sure what to say. But it does sound like that was a terrible fight. So I can understand why you're a little bit rattled. And she can order a drink for Axel. Okay. Where is Axel though? Is it? Oh, there he is. Okay. So she can order a drink for him and then they can just chill. Right now she's like Angela Pleasant. She's cute. Okay, romance. So if we were to like ask if single and then bold pickup line. I don't know if we can do any love day stuff. Maybe we can throw some love day confetti. Spend a little extra time with the one you love or the one you're falling in love with. Do romantic socials. Okay, so let's ask him to hang out first. He's so cute. I love him so much. Okay, romance. So if we were to like ask if single and then bold pickup line. And she's just like, look, I know we haven't known each other for all that long, Axel, but I do find you cute. Bold of me to say, but just wanted to know if you're actually single. And he's like, yeah, I'm single. He's like, in fact, I actually just got reassigned to Brindleton Bay for work. I was recently living in San Myshuno in the city, but they had an assignment for me out here in Brindleton Bay, so that's why I'm here. So I don't really know anyone. So it's been really nice getting to know you. And she's just like, stop it. She's like, you've only just moved here? And she's like, me too. She's like, when I was a kid, I used to live here and I used to go to school here, but I've only just come back myself. She's like, give me a second. I just need to go to the bathroom. Get them to sit and chat on the couch because they wanted to have some time together. And then she let out some gas and he's just like, wow, that's so incredibly attractive. She's like, you know what? Can we go outside somewhere quiet? And he's like, yeah, I agree. He's like, it's too busy in here for me. Let's go outside. Okay. So I actually decided to have them go on a date. The last couple of minutes left of Love Day. She does need to go to the bathroom, but he obliged. They're both still hungry. The place before this was just, there was too much happening. So they figured that they would go on a real date. They would go out, hang out, get to know each other one-on-one, and hopefully not have too many people show up in the same vicinity so they could actually get to know each other. Love Day's over. Love Day was pretty good. Addison got to do a lot of the things she wanted to do, but not everything. Next year, she hopes to do even more. But that's okay because the date is still happening. They're just chatting away at the moment, and she's like, so what are your favorite things to do, and what's your favorite color, and what kind of music do you like? And I'm so sorry for all of the questions, but I mean, I figure if we're going to do this thing, we might as well do it properly. And he's like, you know what, you're right. He's like, I work so hard in my job that I just like to enjoy things a day at a time, and just life isn't that serious. And she's like, I like that. Throughout the conversation, Addison got the impression that Axel finds her quite attractive, making her wonder if she has the right idea. Ooh. And he's just like, give me a second, my boss is calling. And she's like, yeah, no, that's fine. No worries at all. He's like, sorry about that. That was just my boss checking in after I ran into work just earlier before. She's like, oh, you went to work? She's like, oh, okay, no worries. Look at her. She's exhausted. All right, I think we might call it a night. We've had a pretty good date. We're at silver level date. So she's just like, look, thank you so much for today. I really appreciate you spending time with me after everything that happened at the pool with Lou. I just really appreciate your time. I appreciate you being a great ear to listen to. And he's like, it's no problem anytime. He's like, you've got my number. If you ever need to chat, if you ever need to hang out, if you ever need to just scream, cry, anything, you know where to find me. Send me a text. I'm never too far away. And she's like, look, I really, really appreciate it, but I do have to get going. So I'm going to go ahead and head on home. And he's like, no problem. So hopefully I'll get to see you sometime very soon. Bye, Addison. And she's like, bye, Axel. Okay, so it is the next morning. Addison is still letting out gas. It must have been something that she ate. So we're going to go ahead and get her to come on over and make herself some breakfast, or some brunch rather, because she did apparently sleep most of the day. We're going to get her to make herself a BLT, and then she's going to grab some coffee. We're going to get her to send a happy little text off to Axel, just again thanking him for his time and his ear, and he's just being an overall great person last night after the big issue with Lou. She's on cloud nine. She's super happy. She's feeling so relieved and so refreshed, and she just had such a wonderful sleep after such a great afternoon. So she's super, super happy about all of that. She's made delicious BLT, which actually really does look delicious. But yeah, I'm figuring that hello? Oh, because they got her to make coffee, so she's gonna... What is she doing? Addison, you don't need to... Did she just put her sandwich in the coffee machine? But yeah, I figured that after her little disagreement with Lou, like, she's just like, look, I really like the guy. He's really cute and he's really fun to be around, and he knows what I like to do, but I can't really afford to be spending time with people who are going to steal my money, especially while I'm living in my parents' house on my own. Like, they would never forgive me if they lost any of their fortune or if something happened to their home. So she knows that she can't really trust Lou right now, and she doesn't really know what to do. She doesn't know whether she should forgive him, whether she should call him and like have him come over so they can try and clear things up, or whether she should just leave it as it is. And then in the meantime, Axel's over there investigating Lou and his family and doing his thing and trying to make Brindleton Bay a safer place one day at a time, because of course he is a detective, for anyone who doesn't know. So there is that. So he is obviously like concerned about Addison, because they get along really well. He's really enjoying spending time with her, but he obviously doesn't want to overstep, and he doesn't want to let her know that, you know, that's what's happening, that he's investigating Lou in the background, because he doesn't want Addison to feel like she's dobbed him in and she's caused any problems. So why is she letting out so much gas? What is wrong with her? We're gonna go, and I think we might travel, and we're going to travel with Wolfgang, and we are going to travel with FaZe, and we're going to go and catch up with them, and we're going to tell them what the heck happened on that date, not date, with Lou, and then how everything was with Axel, because I mean, they're her friends. They deserve to know what's going on. Okay, so we have arrived at the park. They thought it was going to be a lovely sunny day, and that they'd be able to grab a drink or a coffee and just chill out in the wonderful weather. But alas, that is not the case. So she's just sitting here with Wolfgang now. As you could probably tell, he is having a little bit of an acne flare-up at the moment because he is a teen. So he was actually in school a grade younger than Addison. but they still got along really well. And of course, because their families were friends, they were obviously all at the same events and things like that as well. And he's just like, look, Addison, for someone who had a massive fight with Lou, you kind of look like you're on cloud nine. And she's like, you know what? That's because I am. She just looks so happy. And she's like, I can't believe what's happened. And she's going to go on and tell him about everything that happened, about how they were having a great time. They were swimming. And then all of a sudden, when she was in the pool, Lou just tried to take some of her money. And FaZe is like, hey, what did I miss? And she's like, oh, nothing. I was just telling Wolfgang about how I went to a pool with Lou and I went swimming. And while I was in the pool, he tried to take money from my wallet. And FaZe is like, what do you mean he tried to take money from your wallet? And Wolfgang's like, yeah, I know. But doesn't she look like she's on cloud nine regardless of what happened with Lou? And Addison's like, yeah, but that's because of Axel. I went on a date with Axel. She's like, it wasn't meant to be a date. But after everything that happened with Lou, I picked up the phone on a whim and I asked Axel if he wanted to grab a bite to eat. And he was like, yes. So we did. And we had a really great time. And FaZe is like, listen, it sounds to me like Axel is your dude. He's like, forget about Lou. Don't worry about Lou. Why would you care about Lou if you had so much fun with Axel? And she's like, look, it's not just about how much fun I had with Axel. I really got along with Lou and I thought he was a really great guy. And she's like, oh, speaking of Axel, hey Axel, how you doing? So Axel's just given her a quick call. He's like, look, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I had a really fun time last night too. I'd been meaning to call earlier, but I've been swamped with work. I just wanted to know if you maybe wanted to catch up a little later on. And she's like, yeah, that would be great. And FaZe and Wolfgang are like, oh, look what's happening here. I can see what's happening. They don't have a clue. Who? Anyway, they're like, okay, we're going to give her some privacy while she's on the phone to Axel. And where are the boys? Where did they go? They leave. They're like, Addison, sorry about this, but we got to bail. You can go catch up with Axel. And she's, sure, okay, no worries. Hello? Hey, Addison, it's me, Axel. Do you want to go out on a date? Of course, we are going to go to the South Square coffee place with Axel. We are going to have some coffee and we're going to have a great time, and I will catch up with you guys once we are there. Okay, so we are at the coffee square. As you can see, Addison has decided that she wants to let out some more gas. She's obviously so incredibly comfortable around Axel that she just like pops one off every 5 seconds. It's actually quite gross and quite disturbing, but at the same time, it's also kind of like, well, she's obviously comfortable enough around him that she feels like she can do that. But can we just look at him? Like, look how cute he is. Anyway, okay. So she's going to be like, hey, thanks for the invite. How are you doing? Let's go and grab some coffee. I hope you have had the best day. Thanks to their compatible personalities, Addison formed a positive impression towards Axel because she farted. Okay. All right. So with that said, let's get them to go on inside. Let's get them to order some coffee. You're so fun to be around. I really enjoy spending time with you, and I hope you feel that way about me too. Oh my god, Axel, that is so cute. Come and have coffee with us, and then we can like sit here together. Oh my god, Addison, are you like lactose intolerant, or like what is going on with you? Why are you tooting so much? Anyway, they're gonna sit here. She's gonna enjoy her cannoli, and they're just gonna have a little chat. And she's gonna be like, look, I guess I feel like I need to ask you some important questions, because even though we're having a really great time, I really want to know if you want the same things that I want. And she's like, this might be a little bit brazen of me to ask, but I kind of really want to know. Do you want to have kids one day? And then he's like, no. And it's like, well, game over for that relationship too. I love kids. I want a big family. Yes. Can you please leave our date? You are not invited to our date. Please shoot. We're going to get them to keep having a chat. This guy, we'll just pretend that this guy isn't here. Like, we don't see him. It's just the two of them. But we're very glad that Axel wants kids, because we also want kids. And then we're going to have a deep conversation. We're going to get to know all the nitty gritty. It's so nice to be with someone I can talk to. Axel, that is so cute. Okay, I think I made the right choice in making him for her, because I mean, look at his beautiful little face, and he's just like, he's all like blushy, and oh, they're so cute. He's just like, I'm really enjoying spending time with you, and you know, work's been a mess lately and it's been so incredibly busy, but being able to spend some of my free hours with you, it's just been such an enjoyable experience. And she's like, well, you know what? I feel exactly the same way about you, and it's been so lovely to meet somebody who has the same values and the same morals that I have. And you know, she's like, I don't know what else to say, but it's been such a great time. And he's blushing, she is blushing, and they're just both so happy and they're having a great old time, and I'm loving life. We're gonna get them to come over here, go here together and toss a queen in, and I'm gonna get them to have their first kiss. So we are going to hope that it is going to be magical. They're about to have their very first kiss. I have to, it has to. Look at them. They're so happy. This date just keeps getting better. Oh, you're so sweet. Can we travel home? All right, so we are back. It is a brand new day. She's just made a serve of pancakes and she's just giving Axel a quick call to ask if he wants to come on over and enjoy some pancakes with her. And he's like, yeah, I am not missing pancakes for anyone in the world. So count me in. I will be there in a jiffy. So she's like, okay, great. Let's do that. And Axel is here. So we're going to go ahead and greet him, and let's call everyone to meal. She's like, hey Axel, welcome in. Help yourself to some pancakes. They are deliciously covered in maple syrup, golden, delicious, and fluffy. Please, please, please help yourself. And he's like, that sounds amazing. I would absolutely love to. I hope you don't mind me eating on the couch. And she's like, no, don't be silly. Let's watch some TV. Let's enjoy some breakfast together. Let's have a chat. She's just like, you know what? Last night was so great. I had such a wonderful time. Thank you so much again. She's like, I cannot express to you how wonderful it is to know somebody like you. She's like, I haven't been here all that long, and it's been so nice getting to know you. And he's like, you know what? I feel the same. He's like, honestly, I've been so drained with work. I've had no free time, and then you've come into my life out of nowhere, and all of a sudden I feel like I have meaning to my life and I have someone to spend my time with, and it's just been a really, really great break from everything else that I already know. And she's like, that is so sweet of you to say. I hope you're enjoying those pancakes. And he's like, I really, really am. He's come and sat closer to her. Oh, look at them. And then I'm thinking that they might just come out here and have a bit of a pool day. I mean, it's summer, it's hot. Sunbathe in swimwear. I don't know if I can get him to do the same. I don't think he'll come and join her. She is enjoying just chilling there though. And he's kind of cleaning up the house. So she's just living life, and he's just cleaning up in there. Can we invite him to come in? Oh yeah, he's going to come out anyway. You're going to sunbake with her? Oh, he's going to swim. Alright, maybe let's have a swim. Let's do the same. Let's get her to swim with him. She's getting a little bit hot. Let's let her cool off. And they're just both like, what is this life? Be a great old time. And then I think I might get her to ask him to be her boyfriend, because she's just like, she's on cloud 9. And she's just like, at the moment, she's just like Lou-hoo. She's like, Axel's come into my life and I don't even know who Lou is anymore. Forget you. Forget Lou. And they're just gonna chill out. Heartfelt. Look at him! She's stinky and he's like, yes, I will be your boyfriend. Stink fumes and all. Yes, Addison has a boyfriend. And FaZe is like, girl, you've left me on red all day. What is going on? Tell me everything. Are you still with Axel? What is happening? Seriously. And then he's like, well, I went on a date with Francine, so just so you know, I had a great time too, and I'm having a great time too. And she's like, well, that's great for you. And then she's going to give him a little peck on the cheek. And then she's going to go to the bathroom because she needs to freshen up a little. So apparently, Axel forgot that he had some other plans. So he's going to actually up and leave us. I dare say that he has to rush off to work, or he's just realized something, or, you know, while they've been hanging out today, Addison's told him something about Lou's family. When I'm talking about Lou's family, I don't necessarily mean that Lou himself is necessarily a bad egg, so to speak, but I have this feeling that perhaps Lou, I don't know, his parents are involved with some bad people, and perhaps he sort of does things on behalf of his parents because he's obviously a younger kid. You know, he's got a little bit more leeway. He kind of just does what he needs to do, kind of like Addison. And yeah, I just feel like as a result of this investigation, I feel like, you know, eventually Axel's going to tell her some things about Lou, and it's just going to sort of further affirm that she can't really be spending time with him. And yeah, he's not necessarily a bad person. He probably just needs like someone to sort of help guide him. He's a little bit lost at the moment, and maybe Addison can be that person, but I guess that, you know, we'll maybe see that progress later on down the track. But yeah, I think for now we might actually go ahead and leave it there. I am going to quickly get Addison to come and give him a suave kiss before he leaves. Yeah, she's like, okay, bye, babe. I know that you're off to work, and I know that it's probably not going to be the greatest of times, but please try and have a great time, and I'll call you later tonight. And he's like, okay, no worries. Thanks for a great day. I'll talk to you later on. But yeah, like I said, I feel like we've made some pretty good progress. I mean, we've come into this episode. The two of them have gone on a couple of dates. They've romanced one another. They're now boyfriend and girlfriend. They're at a point where they've woohooed. Addison's like over the moon. She's absolutely loving life. She's so happy that she's found someone like Axel that makes her so happy, and that they relate on so many levels and want so many of the same things. But in the back of her mind, she's still like, oh, how am I going to break this to my parents? My parents are going to want to meet him. They're not going to approve of him because he doesn't necessarily come from money. Just don't know what to do. But then at the same time, she's kind of trying to put that out of her head, because she's like, you know what? They're not here at the moment. They're not going to be back for a little while. So it is what it is. Okay, so like I said, guys, I am going to leave it here. Thank you all so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any thoughts or suggestions on how the storyline should play out, both with Addison and Axel, and Addison and Lou. But I'm thinking now that because the chemistry between Axel and Addison is so strong, and they're getting along so well, they're now boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm thinking that like it was just fate. I think that that was actually what was meant to happen. I created Axel to put in game for her, and fortunately for me, they hit it off really well, and they're really happy with one another. So I'm thinking that I can just continue to have that unfold, and then obviously have things progress for them relationship wise, and that they can have a happy family later down the track. But let me know if you have any suggestions, or if you have any ideas of other storylines or things that I can explore with each of the Sims that you've seen so far. Also, if you do have any Sims that you would like to create for this series, definitely let me know. I'm thinking about throwing in some Sims that you guys have made into the storyline, you know, as friends, family members. I'd even be super happy to have someone make her parents, so that when they eventually come back into the storyline, we'll have her parents there. So if anyone is interested in that, definitely let me know in the comments below, and then I can organize like a hashtag or something like that to mention in the next episode, so that you guys can start uploading some Sims for me, because that would be amazing. I'd love to see your Sim gameplay. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching. I think I just said that before, but thank you. Your support, your likes, your comments, all of that really means the world to me. We're 3 episodes in, and this episode might have been a little bit of a hot mess, because I'm still kind of getting used to like trying to record as things happen, and I'm not necessarily sure whether I should just record sporadically, or whether I should just sort of play in 30-minute bursts, and whatever happens. I'm not sure. So if you have any suggestions or recommendations about that, also let me know. But yeah, otherwise, let's go ahead and sign off here. Now, if you haven't already and you are new here, please consider liking and subscribing. You can also click the bell notification to be notified every time I post a video. Presently, I am uploading videos every Thursday at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I have no idea how that converts, unfortunately, into other time zones. Other than that, I am going to stop talking. I am definitely leaving the episode here, and I will hopefully see you all very, very soon for another episode of Family Dynamics Challenge. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!